Here's a basic instructional video on how to make your own fire extinguisher bracket for your Lancer. Don't mind the messy car, but here's the basic design of it. And here's the basic design of it. Basically all the expensive tools you're going to need for this, just some sort of way to cut the metal if it's not already cut to size. You will also need a drill and a welder. Okay, now to start off with the base, which is this piece of flat bar that I've acquired. It measures 4mm by 70mm by 800mm. You don't necessarily need something that thick as long as the height and the length is correct. Thickness you can judge by yourself. I used 4mm plate because I had that at my disposal, and like my shifter, as you can see here, is made of solid iron, well, steel. Everything metal on this car that I'm making for it is just, well, I'm intending for it to outlast this car, which is why I'm making it out of this sort of stuff, because I know this stuff's damn near indestructible. Anyways, don't mind my absolutely shit welds. You won't see that. All I care about is that, and it's pretty bloody strong. These sidebars here measure 30 by 2 by 160mm. You will need 2 of them. Now that's it for raw stock. Now I'll get on to the actual manufacturing of it. Now these curved sections, they are just for my peace of mind. You don't need them, it's probably way overkill. Just like how I've gone bead all the way around. This was also one big plate, but it doesn't fit up into the car. I'm using that for the demonstration, but it doesn't fit down into against the center console. Doesn't fit in there. So yeah, I'll explain that in a second. Now for the plate, you will need to cut the bottom to 435mm, and the top will be need to cut to 460mm. You'll need to space the points out by 400mm and space the bracket from the plate by, I'd say that's 20mm. You can just cut it like that, but I just didn't like the look of it. Like, you can have it so it's like that. I just didn't like the look of it, so I just cut it back a little bit more. But yeah, it just needs that angle on it, otherwise it doesn't fit. Now there's something I didn't know before, but when I actually tested it, I realized is that it's not just the bolts, there's also pins too. Now this is for the, so you know how it's like passenger side? So passenger side of the bracket opposite the center console, which is this side, you will need, now this was because I didn't get measurements right, but yeah, just generally around here, so I'd say about 20mm in, probably about 15mm down. These are 10mm holes. Now for this one, it's about 10mm in and 35mm down. For this side it is, so this is center console, is facing center console and it's butting up to it like that. This one is, yeah, as I was saying, that one is 20 millimeters by, come on, stay open, 45 millimeters. And this one was, it's generally wanting to be back in this corner, so I'd say drill it to be 25 millimeters by 15 millimeters. Sorry about the terrible scheduling of each step. They're not really steps, they're just information. But yeah, we got holes, got the base metals, got the, you should be able to figure that out based on top, bottom length, and the spacing for that. Here's something else I have to do. Yeah, you could probably just try and do this yourself, and try and figure it out yourself. I'll give you the measurements just for an idea. But you're gonna need to make a relief cut here so you can bend the metal, because it's bloody decently thick shit. And then you're gonna need to bend it. I don't know how to, I don't have anything to measure angles, but that measures out to point to point 140 millimeters. That's identical for both. And then yeah, I just added in like a little piece of metal here and welded it all up to make it stronger. Like it is decently thick. That's like 7 mil thick in that section. But when you cut away like half of your support, you kind of need it. Now for installation, I find it to be easiest if you sit in the seat and then you do it, because then you can lean back and it lifts it. So yeah, for my car, might be different for yours. I need a 14 millimeter ratchet. And you're just gonna go ahead and loosen that one, loosen that one. Okay, now as I said before, you can just lean back and it raises it. Probably not the best for your rear mounts, but whatever. Now you just gotta slide that in. And slide in that one. Like so. Now you just gotta like lean back a little bit, jimmy it about until the holes line up on both sides. As you can see, again, sorry about messing here. And now you're just gonna loosely thread them in, like get them all the way down, but not tying them. Okay, now we got it mounted. Still just loosely in there, but as you can see, the fitment is perfect. And that's what I was saying about you needing to notch it, because otherwise it would not fit. Now I'll just get tightened down fully. Now that it's mounted, just act like a unbehaved child and throw yourself around in the seat a bit, make sure it doesn't move. Unbehaved child test has been completed. Also, move your floor mats away because you don't want to get pinched under there, because then it's going to fucking suck. Yeah, that's how it is. And then I'll just move the seat forward. And as you can see, it's not very noticeable, but my giant 6'5" tall legs are not very happy. Alright, I have it to the point where my legs are touching the dash, and if you look down you can only just barely see it. I do not yet have a fire extinguisher to mount to it, so we have paper towel for reference. As you can see, there's your reference paper towel, and yeah, It's not actually noticeable. Like, you see it, and you can easily reach it, as you can see from my point of view driving. Not very noticeable, but just lean forward a bit, you can easily grab it, do whatever, and there it is. Now it is yet to be finished, as you can tell by the fact that it kind of looks like crap and there's no fire extinguisher on it, but that you can do by yourself, because whether you paint it, leave it bare, whatever, it's up to you.